Are priests, or merchants, or artisans, or farmers. None of those have any place fighting.
I have no idea how to answer this.
It is not done. There is no more to it.
Do you mean your people have no female mages or warriors?
Of course not. Why would our women wish to be men?
What are you talking about? They don't wish to be men.
They shouldn't. That can only lead to frustration.
Sten! No, never mind. Let's drop this.
Este necesita relajarse y vivir un ratete. Ay, me voy a relajar un ratete con una habichuela. Después de este mal tiempo que hemos pasado. Cariño, dame un besito. Bonito, bonito, bonito. Dale, dale. Mi habichuelilla, mírala. Mírala cómo se retuerce. Qué bonita que es, por favor. Qué bonita que es. Voy a darle regalos a la gente para quitarme cosas. La gracia de Andraste para ti.
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely. And there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, my friend. Más 16. Neutral 29. Eso no es neutral, chica. Esto no es neutral, ya te lo voy diciendo. A ver, next. Vale, Morrigan, broche de plata. Llevamos... Este es el broche de plata, ¿verdad? Broche de plata.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
You're welcome. Vale, estatuilla del demonionis. Ah, Alistair.
I could get used to this, you know.
Lo sé.
I await your command.
Ah, wait, yo, come on.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
¿Y te contestaban? ¡Ojo, ojo, que está ahí!
Don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
Pobrecilla, era solamente una niña.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination.
Well.
Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without
Hombre,
those lessons, I
una
would not be here
enseñanza
today, as
como
difficult
otra
as they
cualquiera
might
doy,
have
por
been.
supuesto. Hiciste más
They
fuerte.
did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Me parece bien. Me cae súper bien esta señora, de verdad.
Yes,
Vamos, Sten. Tengo una pregunta.
I am hardly surprised.
¿Por qué has venido?
To answer a question.
¿Cuál?
The Arishok asked what is the blight. By his curiosity, I am now here. The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Kunari.
Interesante.
Kunari have no kings. A portion of it. Yes. Never. I
¿Cómo?
cannot go home.
¿Por qué?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Claro, claro, claro.
As you wish.
Vámonos. Cosas extrañas 2.4.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
Claro, porque llevo lo mismo que tú, me acabo de dar cuenta, pillina. Vamos a decirle, de verdad, a veces
It's very
cuesta.
nice and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. 1 year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Oh my gosh. Pobres pájaros.
Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say
pienso que
anything
estás
and
como
you
una
wouldn't
puta
judge
cabra.
me.
Y claro. Me encanta la contestación, Tren. De verdad puede que lo haga, pero en silencio. A ver, somos personas un poco... Le voy a decir, bueno, somos amigas, ¿no? A ver, es que en el fondo... soy una enana. ¿Con quién? ¿Una enana? ¿Con quién se liaría? ¿Le seguiría el rollo a Leliana? Pero, claro, Leliana cree en el hacedor. Yo creo en la roca. A ver, estoy teniendo problemas con esto del rol de la enana. Le voy a seguir el rollo por ahora.
You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
Claro que sí. Le vamos a decir, eres una gran
Thank
amiga.
you. I am honored that you feel that way.
De nada. Más 2. ¿Y ahora cuántos tenemos? 31. Afectuoso. Claro que sí. Claro que sí. Porque vamos a pensar que nosotros coqueteamos con todo el mundo. Vamos a coquetear con todo el mundo. Entonces aquí le he cagado porque no ha coqueteado él. Soy una señora coqueta que coquetea con todo el mundo. Acabo de decirlo. Me voy a liar con todo Dios. Ask away.
Ask away.
A ver si es que...
Such as they are.
Touches de... Ah.
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the free marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Ask away.
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt.
Obviamente, si no sería un poco
Beyond
lerdo.
that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfelds, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back
No
to
voy a
the
decir nada.
compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
Me encanta jugar el 1 cuando ya sé toda la historia de todo. Es increíble. Me encanta, de verdad. Me estaba dando dolor de cabeza con la puñetera cosa esta. Maldita, hecha por el demonio.
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
Pues qué ilusión.
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare,
Yo
but
pensaba que era
that's it.
sangre y ya
Unless
está.
we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
Vale.
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden?
Sí.
I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
I don't go anywhere.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow.
Ya.
Fair enough.
¿Por qué?
What do you need?
Porque soy muy preguntona.
Ask away.
Da igual, vámonos. Vámonos, vámonos, vámonos. Vámonos a otro sitio y a otro lugar.
All right.
Y en otro momento. Ya he hablado con tu Dios, ¿no? Vale, me voy a llevar esta vez a Alistair. A Morrigan. Ay, habichuela. Vamos, Sten.
Yes.
Sten porque está Sten. Vale, estamos aquí. Pues vamos a ir... De Nirem no, de Nirem lo vamos a dejar por último. Muy interesante. Vale. Vamos a ir... ¿Qué es esto? Aunque la ruta es más traicionera que la del paso de Glen del norte, puede ahorrar más que 2 días de viaje hasta Orley. Vamos a ir al risco rojo, a Redcliffe. Supongo. No sé. Lo haremos. ¿O no? Y nos atacan ahí. En medio. ¿Qué no piensas dejar de...? Ahí vamos. Menos mal que tengo ahí a guerreros, supuestamente. Alistair está muriendo. ¿Por qué Alistair está muriendo? ¿Por qué Alistair muere? ¿Por qué Alistair ya no muere? Vale. Porque este está herido. Vale, te voy a dar esta. Vale, esta. Podemos... I'm so quick for you. Vale, tú de mientras ataca esta. Ole, estén ahí subiendo de nivel. Líder de los bandidos. Por los guardias grises. Guardias no, son guardas. Ahí matando a este señor. Ole. Te acaba de salvar la vida, Morrigan. Luego le insultas. Yo ahí lo dejo. Y esta trampa aquí tan espectacular. Aquí hay más. Y yo aquí cogiendo cosas. Yo voy a matar a este. Casi muere Alistair muchas veces. Ya lo digo. Madre mía, loco. Habilidad insuficiente. Habilidad insuficiente. Ahí dándole duro a la barricada. ¿Qué le pasa? Take a nap? No, you're not. You're not taking a nap. Hostia. Y encima muere Alistair. Espectacular. Alistair, ¿te despiertas o todavía hay gente? Todavía hay gente. Vale, espectacular. Ahí viene otro. Qué bien se lo pasa a la señora, ¿eh? Demasiado bien se lo pasa. Me encanta. Tío, fallo un montón. Es impresionante lo mucho que fallo, Soy todo mala. Todavía hay más. A ver por aquí. No. Me quiero cargar las barricadas.
All right.
Yo creo que ya, ¿no?
Have at ya! Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Yo creo que todavía Alistair no está despierto, iba a decir durmiendo. Porque no he ido con él. Ahora cuando me acerque se despertará. Creo, no sé. Qué susto me ha dado, su puño de santo. Ah, despierta. Camino de vuelta, no puedo, todavía estoy en guerra. Espectacular. Alistair, ¿dónde estás? Ay, ya te veo. Ya te veo, cara patata. ¿Ves? Ya está. No entiendo muy bien esta emboscada aquí todo random que me han hecho, la verdad. Voy a ser sincera. No tengo suficiente cosa para... Espera, que subí de nivel. Vale, pues ya, ahora ya sí que seguimos nuestro camino hacia... ¿Dónde íbamos? Ah, REDCLIFFE. REDCLIFFE.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Espera.
Yes, that's right. I stopped you to tell you that I'm an idiot. Whew! Thank the maker you know already. Now I can stop worrying I'll be found out.
No, lo siento, no me puedo resistir. Tampoco me puedo resistir.
I am?
I am?
That... No, never mind that. I'm not trying to be cute. I'm trying to
Cute.
be serious. Just listen. I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because... well... because my father was King Marek. Which made Kaelin my... half-brother, I suppose.
El plot twist aquí. El plot twist este de toda la historia, vida y por haber, por favor. No me lo esperaba para nada. Vale, lo siento.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
A ver, lo importante.
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
Gracias.
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens. No, I suppose not. I don't feel very lucky at all, to be honest.
En verdad, Alistair me da como... -2, gracias. Por llamarle idiota, segurísimo. Me da como una cosa de... ven aquí que te abrazo. Que me da una penica. muy grande, la verdad. Ahí está, Hola, Tomás. ¿Qué tal?
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
¿De helpers qué?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
¿Del qué?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl
No le
and
vamos
no
a quitar
king to
razón a
send
esa
us
señora
help.
tan...
So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arlemon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
If you come with me, if you want to live. Vale, pues este es Redcliffe. Qué triste el pueblo. Pueblucho de patata. Redcliffe. Digo... Uy, se me ha olvidado el nombre de este señor. Mira que la acaban de decir.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud. Alistair?
Alistair.
It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Tern Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Ah.
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault. Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
Ya decía
It
yo
isn't just
que...
up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arleman.
Ya me estaba manipulando el señor de miércoles cenizono.
I know Alistair, and I trust those he chooses to travel with. What do you say?
Que Alistair tampoco me conoce, ya te lo voy diciendo. Tengo preguntas.
By all means.
A ver.
The castle is closed to us, its doors barred. We could storm it certainly, but what would that accomplish? Our numbers are too few. We cannot throw men at the castle walls when they are needed to protect the village. I tried. Our one attempt at an organized evacuation resulted in an immediate attack.
Ya que nadie se puede
Yesterday I
mover.
found out these creatures attack those fleeing on their own, even during daytime. Whatever lies in the castle wants this village dead. Once the village is safe, we will try to enter the castle to find the source of this trouble. Then you will help us? Then I would have to kindly ask you not to get in our way.
Qué güey. O sea, ¿qué harías sin mí?
There are no darkspawn here, and nothing to gain. It is a fool's errand.
A ver, vamos a perseguirlo.
Perhaps.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess.
Creo que no tendría que haber
Thomas,
traído a
please tell
este
Murdoch
ni
what
a
transpired.
Morgan.
Then return to
Creo que
your
tendría
post.
que haber traído
Yes, my
a
lord.
la Liliana y
Now
al
then,
perro.
there is much to do before
Mi
night
habichuela no
falls.
me hubiese
I
dicho
put
nada.
2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir
Perth.
Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle. Of course,
Dime.
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
¿Sí?
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more. Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Ok.
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible. Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him. I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing, none of them pleasant.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Pues nada, tenemos aquí espectacular. Morrigan menos 5. Morrigan, chica, que ya me querías. Bueno, todavía sigue siendo afectuoso. Morrigan, ¿estás bien?
I await your command.
No importa, pero... Tío, Morrigan, voy a hablar
What do
otra
you
vez.
need? There is not much daylight left.
Dime cosas.
This is hardly the time to be discussing personal details, don't you think? We will have to fight for our lives very shortly.
Pero te puedo conocer.
I beg your pardon, my lady. Where are my manners?
Ya he
What would you
quedado,
like
o
to
sea,
know?
ya he cambiado un poco el personaje. Ahora va a coquetear con todo Dios. O sea, con todo Dios. ¿Pero por qué? Voy a hacer un precedente. ¿Por qué? Porque es una enana que ha visto cómo su hermana ha sido manipulada por todo Dios para convertirla en prostituta, para poder así ser... llegar a fuera de la casta, de la no casta o algo así. Y entonces ella lo que va a hacer es lo que ha visto, coquetear con todo Dios para poder sacar algo de provecho. No sé, todavía estoy ahí un poco coleando, pero siempre me divierte coquetear con todo el mundo. ¿Y por qué no, cojones? O sea, vale, es una enana, pero oye, qué mejor que luego decirle al humano: vete a la mierda, yo no quería nada de ti. ¿A que sí?
I don't know. If Connor lives, he'll be the Arl and I'll need to help him with it. If he's... well, I don't want to think about that. After the first attack, I wanted to go for help, but I couldn't just leave these people. The Bannon gear up to battle Loghain, while Darkspawn loom to the south. Loghain won't send anyone, so Redcliffe is on its own. Skilled enough to know there are many far better than myself. Oh, you mean, am I married? No, I've never had the pleasure. If I did, I'd be lucky to find a woman as lovely as yourself.
Soy una enana.
If I may be so bold, what of you, my lady? Are you married?
Me da mucha gracia porque, no sé, a lo mejor estoy siendo un poco así especista y todo este rollo, pero me da mucha gracia pensar que la gente está coqueteando conmigo siendo yo una enana. O sea, cuando juego como elfa o como humana, ¿sabes? Es como, bueno, vale, eso está bien, pero como enana es como... No sé, como... No puedo entender. Tendrían que haber hecho algo... O sea, seguir coqueteando, pero... frases especiales para cada una de las razas, no todo lo mismo. Eso hubiese molado mucho, la verdad. Pero... trabajos. Mientes. De hecho, sí. No, venga, va.
I find that hard to believe. Surely that is a crime somewhere. But I am too bold, my lady. This is hardly the time for such banter. Please accept my apology.
Claro que sí.
You're too kind, my lady. Amongst many other things.
Bueno, venga.
Good, then my secrets are still safe. I was worried for a moment there.
Venga.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
¿Ah? Vale, sigamos, a
Let
ver.
us pray. Blessed, you are
¿Quién
of
eres tú?
dwarven blood and a stranger amongst us, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
De nada.
Perhaps not, but many dwarves do not hold the chantry.
Es que yo no
and
voy
its
por la
adherents
capilla, yo voy
in
por lo
high
que me vais a
regard.
dar después.
Allow me to
Que
introduce
es
myself.
ayuda para acabar con la
I am
puta ruina
revered
para no
Mother
morir.
Hannah, head of this
Y si de
chantry,
mientras me río,
which for the
pues
moment
dale.
is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe.
Puedo cambiar
What can
a
I
la
do to
gente
help with
porque
your
quitaría a Morrigan o a Sten. A lo mejor a los dos.
It is the
No voy a
sturdiest building in the
recibir la
village.
bendición de la
The
capilla.
women, elderly,
Recibo
and
la
children
bendición
will
de la
stay here
roca.
during
Y
the
la
battle,
roca siempre
while
me
the
bendice.
militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense.
Banchigan.
Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
Ok, me voy.
May the Maker watch over you, child.
Que no... Quita... No quiero que nadie
Why
me...
haven't Mother and Father returned yet?
They're gone, dear boy. Gone on a long trip.
When will they be back? I miss them.
Ha
Be
muerto.
brave, young man. Your parents would want that.
Dilo.
We need
Tío,
you
no le
here to
mientas.
protect the rest of us. Yes?
I guess I can do that.
I guess I can do that.
In the morning, we'll look for your parents. In the morning.
In the morning. Iba a volver a hablar con Bantiga.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
I want
Everything's
to go
gonna
home.
be okay.
Where's Father? Why
¿Quién es
can't we
Geta?
go
Oh,
home?
Geta, me suena. Tenemos una misión.
Told you. Father is outside defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. Can you do that?
I guess so.
No. Hola, Geta. Tenemos
You're a
algo.
Grey Warden, right?
You're well.
Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds?
De...
My husband and son went there to
Está
bring the
muerto.
chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
¿Eres Geta?
I am. You've heard of me?
Sí.
I thought that might be the case.
Que me acuerdo que dejaron cartas o algo así.
Maker's blessings upon you.
Hala, que te vaya bien, chica.
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Tío, todo el mundo habla.
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice.
We have
must
no
pray
choice.
And hope for the Maker's compassion.
¿Ya?
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
¿Cómo? No me molestas.
I shouldn't be such a crybaby. With Mother gone now, I have to be brave. I can't help myself. I'm so frightened. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Prueba en
I went to
buscarlo.
her house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has
Es
nobody.
Leliana. Ahí mirándola, es Leliana.
I have nothing. Everything we owned is in our house. If you found my brother, I would be eternally grateful. Oh, please, couldn't you look for him? I'm
Pero si no me
begging
vas a dar
you.
nada. Lo pensaré.
I understand, I do. I'm just so afraid for him.
Lo pensaré, he dicho, mujer. Por favor, que no me va a dar nada. A ver. Dispararme.
We don't have the men we need, and their numbers just keep growing each night.
Well, sure, they take the dead and they, you know.
I don't want to think about that.
I guess this might be the last night after all. The king isn't coming. Nobody is.
So what can we do? Leave?
Morir.
Try to get out of the village?
And abandon everyone? No, we fight.
We
We've
fight
no other
and we
choice.
die. Dijo ella.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
Venga.
We need what little armor
Cuéntame.
and weapons we got repaired,
no quiero
and
saber nada de
quickly,
ti.
or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
¿Por qué?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's
Valena.
maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first. Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
No sé, a lo mejor necesitas un hombre. Digo, una mujer para ello.
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses. He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake.
Como yo.
Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has.
Eso
Says
es
he doesn't
totalmente,
need any
totalmente
of us.
verídico. O sea, si no lo
We could
necesita.
use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Ok.
Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen? Don't drink with him. That's how he sucks you in. Just my luck.
¿Por qué voy a beber con él si ni siquiera me va a hablar, supuestamente?
Smith ever to grace the Maker's lands. Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir.
Sun
What should we do
goes
until
down. Na,
Pray
na, na, na,
and hope for a
na.
miracle.
Na, 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 na. ¿No había una canción? Algo así. Me quiere sonar. Venga, vamos a investigar un poco el pueblito. Haciendo jiji jaja por aquí. La 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 la. Y esas cosas. ¡Oh! ¡Que puedo cambiar! Pues va a ser que estén. ¿Basten? Ok.
Indeed.
Leliana y vamos a ver
Blast and damnation.
el perrillo. Muy bonito. Y así es como cambiamos las cosas. Aquí estaba yo yendo a una casa cualquiera sin avisar ni nada. ¿Tú quién eres? Garrison. ¿Y este estante? Balada de no sé qué. Interesante. Y aquí no hay nada más. ¡Epa!
Allow me. I could do that for you.
No puedes. Si yo no puedo, que tengo más y habilidad que tú. Tú tampoco puedes. De verdad, esta gente... Allow me.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Te traigo...
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Ok, no tengo ni idea de qué ha sido esto. Yo solamente he entrado a una casa cualquiera sin llamar ni nada.
You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. Oh, you never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Metiéndome en otra casa que no me importa y ni me llama. Pero aquí estamos.
What are you doing? All right, I'll come out.
El niño. Mongolia.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm. I just didn't want to be at the chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
¿Y qué estás haciendo aquí?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
¿Qué?
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's. And grandfather was a great dragon slayer.
Que a lo mejor me puedo llevar algo a cambio.
If I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took mother.
¿Y si me la das?
In the chest. In mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone. But I can't give it to you. It was father's. Caitlin would be so mad if I did. You could? Maybe you could give my sister money? She said if we had money, we'd be alright.
No.
Even if mother is dead. Oh, alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the chantry. Good luck.
Good luck, señor. Tenemos espada gratis. Espada gratis, espada gratis. ¿Dónde está la cosa esa? Está aquí arriba, ¿verdad? Espada gratis. Gratis, gratis, gratis. Gratis. Mírala. Espada gratis. Espectacular. Aulas de aventureros. Espectacular. A ver, aquí estamos dentro de comercio. ¿Qué es esto?
I'll get on it.
Barrera decente para lámparas. No hay nada más, solamente vengo aquí a...
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Hostia, Liara iba a decir. Liara. Vete con Shepard. La Leliana. A veces me caes como el orto, tío, de verdad. Solamente a veces. El 95% de las veces. Vamos a dejarlo así. ¿Vale? Señora, allow me. Lo mejor tengo que decir.
What do you need?
Y este que se me pone en medio. Cuando voy a señalar algo para coger. Pues ya vamos bien. Vamos bien, la verdad. Vamos a ir de buenas. Pues vamos a ir de malas. Vamos a ir de malas.
I'll get on it.
A romper la cena. Se rurra. Hala, vámonos dentro. Se acabó.
Wonderful. Intruders.
Soy más alta que tú.
Breaking and entering into my home. Up here on the surface, you'll find we're all the same. And here that means unwelcome. Even a fellow lowborn like yourself. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
Sí.
So, Murdoch's sending a dwarf to do his begging for him? Hoping I'll get all misty-eyed with thoughts of home?
No, la verdad es que
Look, I'll tell you the same thing I told him. I'm not risking my neck for this town. Thanks, but I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die. I have to admit, you've a better chance than most. At least another dwarf is likely to have a few rocks to rub together between their ears. What do you have in mind, then? Let's hear it.
A ver, tengo que decir que estoy entre dos. Entre la primera y la segunda. Y voy a ir a la segunda.
It's been a while since I've seen a dwarf lass as pretty as you. I'll give you that. It's tempting. But a night with you isn't worth risking my neck for Murdoch and those idiots. That's for sure. And what good would that do me?
The Jarl's probably dead. I couldn't care less what Tegan thinks of me. What else you got?
Tío, de verdad, es que... Oro.
Are you serious?
Sí.
I won't even stick my head out my door for less than 100 silvers. Do I look like an elf? I'm not that cheap.
Oh.
It's 100, or it's no deal.
¡Qué fuerte! ¡Qué fuerte! Acaba de insultar a los
You're getting
elfos.
off easy there. But like you say, I guess this town needs a hero. You better be out there too when the sun goes down.
No, yo no. Yo estaré retozando con alguien por ahí. Pensándolo bien, podría haberlo intimidado. Pero luego he pensado, claro. Lo intimido, es un enano ya de por sí un poco cascarrabias. Hola, es un enano. ¿Y qué? O sea, se cabrea conmigo, me ataca y lo tengo que matar. Y entonces me quedo sin persona. Entonces he intentado seducirlo. Mi seducción no ha sido beneficiosa para nada. Porque de todas formas ya os lo digo que si hubiese sido una opción de seducirlo y luego dejarlo ahí tirado, esa hubiese sido mi opción. Porque así es como es esta enana. Te seduce y luego te tira por la borda. Y por eso le da el dinero, porque así en plan, pues nada. Luego se lo robaré de su cuerpo frío.
Leave me in peace.
Leave me in peace. Me encanta Alice ahí en plan.
Alright, just don't destroy anything, damn you.
Maldita sea, con un enano sí, pero contigo es que te reviento la vida.
Maker's breath. What is that smell?
Se
It's
llama,
like someone set a
se llama
brewery on
alcohol.
fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So,
Somebody's
I've
drinking.
got nothing of value for you.
No me acordaba,
The village
tío,
has
qué
taken
grande.
whatever I had. So if you're here to beat on a sad old man, then all I ask is you get on with it. I don't have much to live for as it is. Can't say that's much of your business. I'll probably be dead when the monsters come here tonight regardless. If you think you can intimidate me more than them, then you're free to try.
A ver, si ayudas, podemos ir a buscar a tu hija.
My girl, Velena. One of the
Velena.
Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
Claro, porque eso es lo lógico.
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to
Pues
save us?
más que tú.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that.
Es que...
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
Pues para eso... Para eso necesitamos tu ayuda.
If you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much. Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll
Prometo por la cuchara que te traeré a Velena.
I'll accept that.
Se calma súper tranquilo.
Right then.
Yo lo he prometido por la
It seems I
cuchara.
have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall.
Te va a
If you
quedar
need
dormido,
anything
¿sabes?
done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Ok. Leliana más uno. Leliana más uno. Leliana más uno. Leliana más uno. ¿No hay nada? Aquí.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it.
Y...
I don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up. Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow.
¿Y me lo puedo quedar yo?
Let me open it for you. I have the key.
¿Me la puedo quedar yo? Uy. ¿Puedo abrirlo? ¿Me va a dejar? Hola. ¿Tengo problemas? Gracias. Toma a mí. Gracias. Ha sido un placer hacer negocio con usted. Hasta luego. He pasado por aquí 40 veces y no me he dado cuenta de que aquí había una taberna. Yo pensando, ¿no había una taberna? Pues sí, mírala. Lo que pasa es que no te das cuenta de la taberna. Primo, ¿quién eres?
Not looking for company.
Ok. Me parece correcto.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigot. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny. Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
Creepy.
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly, he gropes me and pays me next to nothing. I suppose it could be worse. Not like I got
Yo he tenido
many
a alguien
options.
así parecido en mi vida.
No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine. I'd like that. And maybe we could talk after the battle tonight. If we're still here, that is. Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
Me voy.
Keep safe.
Voy a contarle las 40 a este señor. Uy, de repente, ¿dónde estaban estos? ¿Puedo ir a cotillar por los lares de la vida? Tipo aquí detrás. Yo cotilleando. Vamos a hablar con Leon. Dame algo de beber.
Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business.
Business.
Bet you regret coming, yes?
Business.
Right, I've got some supplies too. In case
Anda, que
you're
tiene
interested,
tienda, voy a comprar.
with the store. Name's Lloyd. We don't get many dwarves out here. Occasional trader, maybe. You're a smith. I hear old Owen could use a
Habichuela, ¿qué te
replacement.
pasa? Habichuela está sufriendo. Habichuela, por favor.
That's so. Good for him. Guess that means he doesn't need you, doesn't it? Something else I can get for you? Fine. Make them quick. Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward. But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Espectacular. Me encanta. Me encanta amenazar a gente.
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh? What business? I close up, but it gives the militia a place to take their minds off tonight. Me too, I suppose.
Bueno, pues
Keep
nada,
safe and
me
come
voy.
back
Voy
anytime.
a hablar otra vez con
I
el
won't
elfo,
lock up
darle
until
por culo a ver
near
si también se pone a pelear.
I said I'm not looking for company. What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name.
¿Qué te
Why?
trae?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all. My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
Ajá.
I was told I didn't have to. I stay in the chantry at night, and I come here to To be alone, that's all. Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to... just leave me alone.
¿Perdona?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around
¿Cómo
threatening people.
sabes que...?
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear. A tall fellow, I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Loghain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle. Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything.
Vaya espía de
Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
Ajá.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Va a morir esta noche, pero de nada. Que te vaya bien, chaval.
Grey Warden, I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit I am unfamiliar with addressing a dwarf of your station. I do not wish to be rude.
Pues no lo seas.
Please take no offense then, my good woman, for I meant none. I am Sir Perth.
Ya está el puto señor con el especismo.
Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead.
Más seguro.
With the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
No te crees.
No one told me of this. Oil, you say?
Sí, lo he visto con los ojos de mirar.
Assuming that would hurt them.
Sí, sí, sí.
Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective if used carefully.
Poco de inteligencia, gente.
I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime? Ask me whatever you wish.
Dicho algo sobre una
When the Earl
urna.
fell sick, we were at
Dime
a loss.
cosas.
Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out.
O sea que la urna son las cenizas de Andraste. Como el manto de Jesús o algo así, no sé.
The Earl once employed a scholar, Brother Genitivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Genitivi.
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Interesante.
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks. Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood. As you wish.
Me estás aburriendo.
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures.
Dios, de verdad, ¿no podéis coger una roca y besarla? Lo único necesario. Besa la roca y yo te protegeré. Hala, muy bien. No me importa nada más. Adiós, muy buenas. Me voy a por rocas. Os la tiraré en la cabeza, ¿lo ves? Y es que la roca te ayuda. Cuando no quieres algo, se la tiras a la cabeza a alguien. Solucionado.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Cuidan mucho los dos.
The Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Y ahí estamos, la espada gratis. ¿Qué os dije? Espada gratis. Venga, va. Dame piedras, señora. ¿Piedras?
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they
Leliana,
face
haz
their
algo.
deaths.
Enseña la patita de la señora loca que llevas interior.
I can pray with them and give them my blessing, but Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense?
A ver, no es una mentira.
Like that.
¿En verdad?
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
¿Es lo que estoy haciendo? ¿Usted piensa que yo haría esta tontería? Yo cogería piedras y empezaría a tirárselas a la cabeza. Por favor, que soy una nana.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
Toma tu
Have you
cosa.
spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
Pues...
I will
ala.
send some men to collect the amulets.
No me importa
Please give my
nada.
regards to Mother Hannah for seeing
Yo
some
siempre
sense
llevo
in
una
this.
piedra en el bolsillo.
As you
La
wish,
fe
Grey.
es una cosa
Make a
muy
watch over
grande. Leliana menos 5. Me alegro por ti, Leliana. Así, odíame. Quiéreme, pero a tu manera. Me encanta cómo me rebozas de odio.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over a drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantigan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow.
Ajá. ¿Cómo va la moral?
And spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know
El
a
enano
veteran is on our side tonight.
y el otro
Since
de
you convinced
la...
Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
Espero que muera el otro. Estoy preparada.
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with
Ya he hablado con
Sir Perth or
todos.
do anything else.
Creo. Creo que ya he hablado con otros. Con todos. Pero lo vamos a dejar aquí. Porque este es el final de este capítulo de Dragon Age. Donde nos preparamos para la batalla. Y en el siguiente veréis la batalla, obviamente. Así que... hasta luego.